YouTube? Shukun Shinobi here with a review of the S.H.Figuarts Piccolo figure. Right off the bat, I can say that this is an absolutely gorgeous figure art, and if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, you have to get this. You have to. Start off with the packaging. This is a new look for the figure arts, kind of. Instead of having the rider name down here in the picture right here, it says Piccolo in a nice, like, cracked, like, font. If you have that font on your computer, it looks a lot like that font. And on this side of the package over here, we have a nice pointillism style picture of Piccolo, and it's absolutely gorgeous. My camera's kind of making it look bright, but that's okay. Down here we have the Dragon Ball Kai logo. Dragon Ball Kai, for those of you that don't know, is the series airing right now in Japan, and it's essentially just the original run of Dragon Ball Z, but with all the filler cut off and thrown away, and remastered and re-edited and all good. Kai meaning like refreshed in this case. So alright, on the side here we've got Piccolo in that same font in the picture of the figure. I would like to see the name a little bit bigger, but the way their alignments work, I understand why they did that, being a designer myself. Back here, typical figure art stuff, special beam cannon, the crossed arms, which I might be able to demonstrate, I'm not entirely sure, and then Piccolo with his cape and stuff, which I will demonstrate for sure. And then the pointillism picture. So let's get this guy opened. You can tell the box is huge because everything just kind of like to pile out of the box. As you can see, he's got two pieces. This piece just being the cape, and this piece being all of the figure-related stuff. Alright, so just pop him right out, and let him look all cool for you guys. He comes with two sets of hands, one being a beam energy ball firing hand, the other being, of course, molester hands. And then he comes with a special beam cannon hand, an angry face. The same face he has right now, except with the hat. And then two pieces to finish off the cape. This piece being for the folded arms, and this piece being the normal one. So I'll just go over the figure real quick, and then go over some of the pieces. Really beautiful sculpt. The clothing is just phenomenal. Like I mean, you can kind of see the joints and stuff from this side, but from the front, everything's just sculpted so nice, and you can see all of the wrinkles in the clothes and the texture, and it's just absolutely fantastic. Basically standard figure arts articulation, which leads to the only complaint I have with the figure, is that because he has a sleeved shirt, they wanted to make sure they could still pull off the full articulation, so they treat it like an elbow pad, and so it creates this break in the shirt, and it's kind of irritating, but it's a small price to pay for having such a fantastic figure of Piccolo. And that's about all. So he's fairly easy to pose. He's a little bit easier to pose than most of the rider figures, actually, just because he's got a little bit bigger of a footprint, and articulation wise it's just absolutely fantastic. So let's demonstrate the cape for no good reason, just because I feel like it. Let's take the piece of the cape that we need, as well as the cape itself. Take off this head and get the head with the hat on it, sort of the turban-like thing. Set up headless Piccolo. This just plugs right into these pegs down here, just like that. Just kind of situate it up here so it's flush with the cloth, and Just plop it right on. It fits really tight, so don't be surprised if it kind of takes a little bit of work to get wedged in there. And just kind of shove the shoulders in until they feel like they're at an adequate place. Raise the neck up a tiny bit so you can get the head on. Head on master. Transformers references. Okay, I think that's in, but don't be surprised if his head pops off in the middle of posing. The cape looks absolutely stunning. Let me raise the camera down a tiny bit. As you can see, he looks absolutely great. The cut right here in the cape is a little bit irritating, but for what they wanted to do, it was the only really way around it. But it would have been a little bit nicer just to forget the folding arms and just have one solid piece for the cape. But that's okay. It still looks absolutely fantastic, and he still can have some decent head articulation. But most of his arm articulation is lost. This is about as far as you can get as this rotate right here. But that's okay, because he still looks absolutely badass. But he's Piccolo. When does he not look badass? I guess when he's dead. I can show off the special beam cannon. Let's put on the angry head. Grr, I am angry. Here we go. Move that. You can kind of get it up to his forehead, but he ends up decapitating himself, and that's never a good thing. There we go. I think that's on there this time. So you can get it up to his forehead fairly easy. Okay. Definitely a cool addition, and definitely one of the poses to consider displaying him in. The veins sticking out of his head are kind of a weird treat, but whatever floats your boat, I suppose. And just a quick look. I won't put the hands in just because I don't have that much time left, but these are the beam hands. And of course, as always, everyone's favorite molester hands. Piccolo gonna grope you. And various other shits. I will try to demonstrate the foldy hands really quick before I wrap this up. I still got about a minute or two. And replace the cape piece with the shorter one. Even though it doesn't particularly matter, because you don't have to have the cape to pose him, obviously. But you're gonna pull his arm off. This is nice if you wanted to display where Piccolo gets his arm chopped off. So it's a nice little bonus. And take the combined foldy arms, place them on the chest where they're supposed to go. And just kind of work the shoulders into position where they both clip in. It's very, very difficult, and it's an absolute pain in the ass. So he can sit there with his arms folded, being all badass. Anyway, to wrap this up, absolutely phenomenal figure. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z in even the slightest, get this. Do yourself a favor. It is easily the best Piccolo we've ever gotten in Dragon Ball Z, at least in my opinion. And the DBZ characters getting the Figuarts treatment is just an absolute sunshine on a cloudy day over here. I'm a huge DBZ fan. So, highly, highly, highly recommended if you like DBZ. and you definitely won't be disappointed. So check out the photo gallery for this guy, since my camera will not do the details on this guy justice. And check out my blog at shukenshinobi.wordpress.com, and you can check out the gallery at flickr.com/photos/shukenshinobi. So take care and have a great one. Bye.